Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So I am just starting my Saturday series for September 2024. This is video number 1, meaning it is geared towards the beginner stamper, and I try to keep these really simple with just ink in paper, just ink and cardstock. That's no different. We're just gonna crank it up just like a tick here. So let's get started. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Please note that each month I concentrate on a stamp set, bundle, or suite. September, I'm concentrating on 2. So this one is the Keeping Tabs and Labeled with Love. They have these great little punches that go with them. And as they're both punch sets, I thought I'm going to do them in one. Now, I do bring in other little things here and there, but I do try to use these. So I'm going to put the punches away as we're not punching. This is a beginner card. We're just stamping. So what we're going to be using today is Hello Friend from Keeping Tabs. We're going to be using this leaf element, the flowers that go with it, Thanks Friend, and the label. So I'm going to put these aside, and I have a sample. Yes, I do. I did really well. I've been out here for an hour and 42 minutes before I started this video. So here's my sweet little card. This is the envelope, and I did stamp the back. So this is what's great about, I think, beginner cards, is you get to do a lot of stamping. If you don't have a lot of supplies, you still can make cards. You can make beautiful things. This is the inside. So I think it came out really well. You could step this up even further by punching this and setting this up on dimensionals and this on dimensionals. But nothing's on dimensionals. Nothing. It's just ink and paper and the little flat brushed brass butterflies. Now, I want to show you how I came across my color scheme, and I thought I would try. Sorry if my camera bounces there. So here is the annual catalog. And in this catalog, you have this color theory wheel. So I thought, normally I try to do like a brights, a subtles. I do one of the color collections. However, there are 4 Saturdays in this month, and they have these great idea things for using the color wheel. These 4 little elements. So a monochromatic theme, complementary theme, analogs, and triadic. So I thought I would try to work with each of these for every the Saturday series. So challenge, yes, for me it is. So the color wheel. This one you would call the complementary one. This would be the complementary one. And right here it says, you know what they say, opposites attract. Try pairing colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel to create a fun and bold contrast. So this may not be too bold for you, but I knew I needed a green for the leaves, so I chose Old Olive. And then I went literally directly across to Fresh Freesia. I almost chose Petunia Pop. You could have chose any of these, but I did directly across, right there, Fresh Freesia. So I thought that's great. Now I did bring in a complementary color as well, and that's a little bit of Daffodil Delight, which is right here, but it's stamped off. So hopefully Old Olive directly across. We're doing complementary colors, Fresh Freesia, and I think it came out gorgeous. And this is our complementary. Oh my goodness, look at green. Yeah, I did good. So let me show you what I started with, because I had to do some testing, right? Where's all the other ones? They might be in the recycle bin. I've been up since 3:20 this morning. So I started stamping on some scratch paper. Show you how my process is. I originally thought I just wanted to stamp. I knew I wanted to stamp half of it, making like, in essence, our own DSP. I didn't like it in the portrait. So I changed my mind. This was my first trying. I was like, nope, that doesn't work either. Nope, I got a different piece. So then I decided to go landscape instead of portrait. And I stamped, almost half here. I did my label. I tried the butterfly. If I would have fussy cut the butterfly out, I would have, but I didn't use any black on the card, and I didn't want to do a butterfly that's purple and green. So I chose these little brass butterflies, but that's how I got it. And then I thought, oh, you know what would be perfect is to cut an extra piece of DSP of cardstock and use it on the card to stamp onto. So that's how I came up with this. And then, of course, once I got it going, it doesn't look like much until you do the sponging. The sponging, guys, is what really, I think, makes this card. And then Wink Stella, of course. So let's bring in our supplies. No need for the notebook. The supplies would be nice, though. Let me see. Oh, they're buried under everything. So here's our supplies. So we have a piece of, let's start with our card base. Our card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's going to be this way. This piece here is 2 3/4 by 4. And then I already sponged our envelope just to get us ahead of the game. And we're going to bring our stamp and pierce mat and scratch paper. And we are going to stamp on this. I think this needs to go this way. So I didn't even clean up my inks pads and close them up. I left them all. So we're going to stamp in Old Olive. And I started off the page here and a little up. That's a little more than the last one, but that's okay. And I'm going to come down at a bit of a diagonal. There. And then we're going to fill it in. And down here. So right like here. Should be right there. And I think we'll just stamp the flower there. Oh, I did it again. I did that on mine. My sample. I inked it up. That's okay. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna turn this and ink it up there. And then my spot right there. And our flower is gonna be there. Set that away from me for the moment. And let's bring in fresh freesia and ink up our flowers. And these just nestle up in here. I'm going to stamp some there. Oops, I want to make sure it's completely inked. And just that little bit on the sides does make a difference. There. Right there. Let's see, this one would be right there. I think the placements of these flowers are a little bit better than my first one. That one kind of bugs me as I didn't get it all the way. And then if there's any little like spots where I think I need to put a little something there. Okay, so that wasn't difficult, guys. it really wasn't. So set that aside. Now we can go ahead, we're going to go ahead and sponge this. Now I'm doing more, okay, normally I sponge like this, right? I'm going to tip this a little bit more because I want that green going a little bit farther onto the cardstock. So this is how I normally do it, right? But now I'm going to tip it a little bit more because I want the green going a little bit farther onto my cardstock. I'm still using fingers behind, thumb in front. I'm telling you, the sponging is what brought this whole card together. That is hardly going to be noticeable now. Okay, that piece is not quite done because I brought in some yellow. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on this. Stamp off. This is where I brought in that little bit of Daffodil Delight. All right, now this piece is done. Now we need our card base. We want to make sure we do this on the opening side. Oh yeah, ask me why. Yeah, you know what I did. Oh yes, I have done it so many times. So you see, this is going to go here. We're going to set it there for placement for our frame. And our frame is going to be in fresh freesia. So that's where I want it. This is going to be, we're going to move it up a little bit more. Oh, it's going to go down right there. Ta-da! And then we bring in Thanks Friend, and that's going to be in our Old Olive. And hopefully in the center. And next, we're going to bring in our greenery here. So we can move this aside. We're going to add some more leaves. Just always grab that. So this one is going to go here. This one, I think I'm going to try to get more of it than I did on the other one. Right about there. And the last one is going to go like here. Ta-da! Yes, I'm so happy with this. Yeah, it took me almost 2 hours. But that's okay. Because I looked for inspiration. I couldn't find anything. And then I was looking through, I just couldn't find anything I liked. And then I stumbled across the color wheel and I was like, what if I tried to do this month something with all of that? So even that in itself, you could just stamp this around here. I just had to do a little bit more. So on the inside now, pray that we're not going to mess it up. Where is Enjoy Today? We did this in the center. old, my original old olive pad. So there's Enjoy Today. We're going to add our greenery. So we're going to add it at an angle, I think, this time. And then yes, it's going to go there. And then our fresh freesia flowers, which ink me up. I'm still in my jammies. I have a doctor's appointment today. My hubby woke up about, because I charged, right? And he was like, why are you awake? I said, because I can't go back to sleep. I woke up. I tried so hard. It didn't work. I'm like, let's just get up. No need to close those up because we're going to need them again. So now that we have that done, now we're going to bring in the Daffodil Delight, stamp off, and stamp. We can even it. I think I avoided the thanks, friend. Ooh, that's really dark over there. I guess we're going to add some dark bits. It's going to be fine. I forgot to stamp off. There we go. Now we're going to sponge. Yes. So we're going to go. Remember, I'm going to turn it a little bit more. When I dip it in there, I tend to like to do just the edge like this, and then I can turn it, and that way there's not so much ink on it. I don't know if you guys can see how I reposition my hand to do that. So the edge, right? And then go back for a little bit more. So once again, the edge, and then do a little bit more. The edge, then you can come back in, the edge, there. Now we have this, oh, we already did that piece. So yeah, let's put this card together. Okay, now I can close up the old olive. The others, I think, are far enough away from me. I won't have a catastrophe. I could, but I don't think I will. So this is going to just get glued straight down. Do, 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 do. All right. It keeps wanting to roll. Place that on the card. And it came out so lovely. I already have the butterflies ready. Don't know where the pokey tool went to. Oh, it's back in my little cup. So we did one over here. We did a wee little one. And do that one up there. Going this direction. No, this direction. I don't know. We're just going to pop him down there. And one right there. So that's it. We're going to stamp our envelope, but that's our card. We don't need the glue no more. So let's put the needle in it. And get our wee little, oh, we're going to stamp the flowers too. I forgot. And I closed up the old olive. All right. Open that right back up. We're going to ink up our flower. Let's do the fresh freesia. Oh, so cute. And do hello, friend, right here. And then let's do the back. So on the back of this one, I don't know if all those flowers needed to be done, but I think we're just going to do one right there. That's so sweet. But now I want to, because if I do, I need to do this. I need to do the flap. It just needs it. Which probably means I'm going to need to do the back of the envelope. We'll just try to do it quickly. The edge doesn't have to be as dark or as perfect as the rest. But there we go. Now that looks good. So close it up and we'll take a look and add a little wink of Stella, right? I need the new one, or the newer one. Let's see. Yes, okay. Not on the envelope, on the card. Because we're just going to kiss all of our flowers. Okay, we're going to do the flowers on this one. And then we'll do the splatter bit on my sample. Just to give you an idea of what you can do with it. So there we have it, and I don't see her. Oh, there's some in there, but not like I would like. Oh, okay, now there is. We'll just splatter them all. We need some tissue paper that I saved from Paper Pumpkin. I'm a little bit disappointed. For some reason, it said my Paper Pumpkin did not go through, so now I'm going to have to wait till the second billing cycle. And there was plenty of money in the bank, so I am not sure what happened there. So I have to call Stampin' Up and see if they are not using the right debit card. I really want more coming out of there. There we go. There's one. Need to do the other one. Much nicer. Lots of sparkle and shine. All right. Move my splatter bit away. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see where I got more of this on there, and I like that. More of this one. This one just a little bit more, but those are our two cards. One envelope and then this envelope. So I hope that you like this, and if you have this stamp set, I hope that you give it a try. Really fun. Choose your colors. Look at that color wheel, and I hope that was helpful to some of you. It's going to teach me a few things, trying to use it more. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you are not subscribed, would you consider subscribing, as it really would help me out. But it is the comments in your feedback that keeps me doing this. So thank you so very, very much. And please come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.